The idea of space travel and exploration has captivated humanity's imagination for centuries. From the earliest myths and legends to the science fiction works of authors like Isaac Asimov and Frank Herbert. However, until recently, the possibility of space tourism and commercialized access to space has remained largely in the realm of fantasy. In just a few short years, private space companies have revolutionized the way we think about outer space exploration and tourism. With their advanced technology, ambitious goals, and innovative mindsets, they've opened up new possibilities that were only dreamed of before now. From interplanetary colonization efforts to interstellar travel, there's no telling what these remarkable organizations might achieve in the coming years. As exciting as these prospects are, though, there will always be an element of risk involved when dealing with such cutting-edge technology, so all parties should proceed with caution when considering involvement with any private space company venture in order to ensure success. The idea of space tourism has been around for decades, but it wasn't until recently that companies like Virgin Galactic, SpaceX, and Blue Origin started to make it a reality. These companies are leading the charge in commercializing access to space for tourists, scientists, and researchers alike. In 2023 alone, Virgin Galactic plans to send its first commercial passengers into space, marking the beginning of a new era in space exploration. Recent advancements in technology have paved the way for commercialization of access to outer space. From reusable rocket technology to advanced propulsion systems, these advancements are making it easier and less expensive to reach outer space. Additionally, improvements in communication technology such as satellite networks are providing an unprecedented level of connectivity between Earth and beyond. This improved connectivity means that astronauts can stay connected with their loved ones back home while they explore distant galaxies or conduct research on faraway planets. However, while there are many exciting opportunities offered by space travel and tourism, there are also some challenges that need to be addressed before we can fully realize its potential. Firstly, traveling through space poses many health risks to passengers and crew members alike. The extreme temperatures, high levels of radiation, lack of gravity, and other environmental conditions found in space can have serious effects on human bodies over long periods of time. Additionally, even brief exposure to zero gravity can cause nausea, dizziness, disorientation, and much worse. And so far, scientists have not identified any remedies for these health risks associated with long-term space travel. Space exploration also brings up questions about its potential impact on the environment. Without Earth's atmosphere filtering out cosmic radiation from stars and galaxies, spacecraft are vulnerable to damage from radiation exposure during their journey through space. In addition, satellites used in deep space missions could potentially interfere with existing telecommunication systems or disrupt natural wildlife habitats on Earth or in outer space. Finally, there's always a risk that a spacecraft could crash land back on Earth or collide with other objects in our solar system, both of which could cause significant damage to our planet's environment. Furthermore, there are security risks associated with launching objects into outer space, as well as legal regulations governing them. Currently, there are international laws regulating what countries can launch into orbit around Earth, as well as where they can send probes into deep space beyond our solar system. In addition to laws protecting our planet from deep space objects entering Earth's orbit without permission, which could be considered an act of aggression, there must also be regulations against allowing dangerous materials or weapons onto spacecrafts headed for other planets or moons within our own solar system or beyond. Finally, with space exploration comes the unknown. Who knows what kinds of creatures lurk beyond our planet? What new dangers could await us as we venture further into the depths of space? These questions remain unanswered, and that uncertainty can make some people uneasy. Additionally, there's always a risk that when we reach out into space, we may inadvertently alert other species to our presence, a potentially catastrophic mistake for our planet. When it comes to space travel, there are risks and rewards associated with any mission. On one hand, discovering alien life could be incredibly beneficial to humanity in terms of knowledge and understanding. On the other hand, it could also have devastating consequences if those aliens turn out to be hostile or dangerous. We must weigh both sides carefully before embarking on any ambitious space mission. There is another side to this coin as well. Ethical considerations must be taken into account before any mission is launched. Is it ethical for us to explore planets that may already be inhabited by intelligent alien species? Does this constitute an invasion of their privacy, or even a form of colonization? These are questions we must answer before deciding whether or not to pursue any sort of contact with alien species that may already exist in our universe. As exciting as the prospect of exploring outer space may be for us here on Earth, it's important to recognize the challenges posed by such an endeavor before we embark upon it. But now that we know the common problems, let's see what's in store for the future of this exciting industry. One of the most exciting developments in space travel is private companies investing in innovative projects that will bring us closer to space tourism than ever before. Previously mentioned companies such as SpaceX and Virgin Galactic are leading the charge with reusable rockets and other advanced technologies that will make space travel more accessible than ever before. For those unaware, SpaceX was founded by tech mogul Elon Musk, who is intent on making commercial trips to outer space a reality within his lifetime. Meanwhile, Virgin Galactic has already begun testing its own spacecraft, which could be available for commercial flights into outer space. In order for these ambitious projects to become a reality, technological advancements must continue to be made. Companies like SpaceX are working on reusable rockets that would dramatically reduce launch costs while still allowing people to travel into outer space safely, the same way airplanes revolutionized air transportation centuries ago. Other emerging technologies such as 3D printing and artificial intelligence are also helping scientists create more efficient parts with greater accuracy and precision than ever before for use in spacecraft and other ventures related to aerospace technology. With that said, advances in technology have already allowed us to expand our knowledge of outer space while also making it more accessible to everyday people. For instance, SpaceX has launched several missions to Mars with its Falcon 9 rocket system, which is helping us gain insights into what life may be like on other planets. It's also enabled average citizens to witness rocket launches from Earth with its reusable rockets, which can be reused multiple times after launch. The involvement of private companies in the realm of space exploration has opened up numerous potential benefits for humanity as a whole. For one thing, private companies are able to innovate faster than government agencies due to their smaller size and lack of bureaucracy, which allows them to develop new technologies at a much faster rate. This rapid innovation could potentially open up new opportunities for humanity, such as interplanetary colonization or even interstellar travel. In addition, private companies can often provide services at much lower costs due to their efficient operations, which makes them attractive investments for those looking for low-cost solutions in outer space exploration or tourism ventures. This could potentially lead to greater accessibility for individuals who may not be able to afford traditional aerospace programs or missions. In just a few short years, private space companies have revolutionized the way we think about outer space exploration and tourism. With their advanced technologies, ambitious goals, and innovative mindsets, they've opened up new possibilities that were only dreamed of before now. From interplanetary colonization efforts to interstellar travel, there's no telling what these remarkable organizations might achieve in the coming years. As exciting as these prospects are, though, there'll always be an element of risk involved when dealing with such cutting-edge technology. So all parties should proceed with caution when considering involvement in any private space company venture in order to ensure success. All things considered, it's clear that there will continue to be growing roles for private companies in the field of outer space exploration and tourism going forward, so stay tuned. But there are many people who are completely against this industry, and they've got some valid reasons for feeling that way. The first major consideration is the growing issue of space debris. As more and more satellites are launched into orbit around our planet, more and more objects are left in their wake that could potentially harm our environment down the line. These objects include both defunct satellites as well as pieces from used-up rockets. The possibility of this debris colliding with other objects in orbit poses a serious danger not only to Earth, but also to future generations hoping to explore beyond our own atmosphere. To ensure the safety of all involved, regulations must be put in place for those planning on launching their own satellites or spacecrafts into orbit. This would help reduce pollutants caused by these launches while also protecting any future inhabitants that may be living in outer space one day. Another consideration is how resources should be allocated for those engaging in space travel or tourism activities. Many argue that resources should be distributed evenly among all parties involved so that everyone can benefit from these activities without disadvantage or favoritism being shown towards one group over another. Others believe that certain groups should receive preferential treatment due to their unique circumstances or needs, which may require additional support during their travels or visits into outer space. Whichever side you fall on, it's important to remember that each party has its own set of needs, which will determine how resources should be allocated and distributed among them accordingly. Finally, there is much debate around what consequences mass space tourism might have on the universe if it were ever allowed to become a reality. Some argue that allowing too many people into outer space at once could lead to overcrowding or even cause damage to existing ecosystems already present there, if any. Others suggest that increased access could have a positive effect by providing new opportunities for scientific discovery and exploration, which could ultimately benefit humanity as a whole in ways we cannot yet imagine today. Again, whichever side you fall on, it's important to consider all potential outcomes before deciding whether mass space tourism should be allowed, if at all, and under what conditions it should take place going forward. Regardless of one's individual opinion on the ethics behind exploring outer space through travel or tourism activities, there are several key considerations we must keep in mind when making decisions surrounding such endeavors. From issues such as resource allocation and debris pollution prevention measures to debates about potential consequences resulting from mass access into outer space itself, we must always remain mindful about how our actions today can affect tomorrow's outcome for generations yet to come, who may then take up this same mission far into the future. The future of space travel and tourism is filled with both excitement and uncertainty. As we continue to explore the unknown and push the boundaries of what is possible, it's crucial that we carefully consider the challenges and risks that lie ahead. From environmental impact to ethical considerations, there are many factors to take into account before embarking on any ambitious space mission. So, what do you think? What are your thoughts on the future of space travel and exploration? Do you believe that private companies have a critical role to play, or should governments be the ones leading the charge? How do we balance the potential rewards of space exploration with the risks and challenges that come with it? We want to hear from you. Leave your thoughts and comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. The journey into outer space is just beginning, and we can't wait to see where it takes us next.